welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today we are finishing up part 3 of our Ghost Spotlighting Cozies. So we are looking at L through Z today, and then next week I have another spotlight coming that you will see when it gets here. Let me know which of these that you've read, which of these that you want to read, anything else that you want to talk about down in the comments is the place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop and hit the subscription and the notification bell. That's going to tell you when I put out new videos, as well as keep my channel growing. All right, let's get to it. We're looking at Spotlighting Cozies, Ghost Cozies in 3, 2, 1, go! First series that we have is the Ghost Hunter Mystery Series. This is by Victoria Laurie. The first book is called What's a Ghoul to Do? So it says, MJ, her partner Gilly, and their client, the wealthy delish, Dr. Stephen Sable, are at his family's lodge, where his grandfather allegedly jumped to his death from the roof, though Sable says it was foul play. But the patriarchs isn't the only ghost around. The place is lousy with souls, always something to get off their ghoulish chests. 10 books in that series. That sounds hilarious. The next series I thought sounded so cute. So this is by Joyce and Jim Levine. This series is Taxi for the Dead. The first book is called Undead by Morning. It is right here. It says the main character is Sky. They are an ex-police officer and driver of Abe's Taxi for the Dead in Nashville. I'm so intrigued by this. So it says the first one's a short story. It says a short story in the Taxi for the Dead paranormal mystery series. When Nashville police officer Sky Mertz wakes up in the hospital after a wreck, the prognosis is bad. The doctors don't expect her to live until morning. Her husband Jacob also is in the wreck, was dead at the scene. Their 5-year-old daughter Kate will be alone. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. This is not what I was expecting. Old magic in the form of Abraham Lincoln Jones comes out of the blue, offering another 20 years of life for 20 years of service to him. Sky can't say no. Kate needs her, and her husband's death was no accident. If it takes driving Abe's Taxi for the Dead to protect Kate and discover the truth, Sky is up for it. 3 books in that series. Wow! I mean, the driving the taxi for the dead is so intriguing to me. I just think that sounds hilarious. But the first part of this was very grim and dire for a cozy. I read cozy, so I don't have to read about stuff like that. We will see. If anybody's read it, let me know what you think. All right, so next up we have the Ghostly Fashionista Mystery Series. This is by Gail Leeson. It says the main character is Amanda Tucker, and she owns a fashion design studio in a historic town in Virginia. It says, yikes, a ghost, Max, comes with her shop. The first book is called Designs on Murder. It is right here. It says Amanda Tucker is excited about opening her fashion design studio in Shops on Main, a charming old building in historic Virginia. She doesn't realize a ghost came with the property. But soon, Max, a young woman who died in 1930, isn't the only dead person at the retail complex. Mark Tinsley, a web designer with a know-it-all attitude, who also rented a space at Shops on Main, is shot in his office. Amanda is afraid that one of her new friends and fellow small business owners is his killer, and Max is encouraging her to solve Mark's murder, a la Nancy Drew. 4 books in that series. That sounds adorable. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm going to get through all the books that I want to read this Halloween season. So next up, the series is Dead Sister Talking. This is by Lisbeth Lipperman. It says the main character, Lainey Garcia, sees her sister's ghost, her sister Tessa's ghost. This takes place in Texas. Book 1 is called Heard It Through the Grapevine, right here, which is cute. Lainey Garcia left Texas 9 years ago after her sister Tessa married the only man Lainey ever loved. Oh. So when Tessa's house explodes, the last thing anyone expects is for her to appear to Lainey as a ghost. Formerly a part of the biggest vineyard in the region, Tessa's got the goods on every fake, floozy, and two-faced liar in town. But Tessa doesn't know who killed her, and she asks the remaining Garcia girls to uncover the truth. Oh my goodness. It says that there are 4 books in that series. Fun. It just sounds fun. Next up, we have the series Whiskey, Tango, and Foxtrot. This is by Dixie Lyle. First book is called A Taste for Murder. It's right here. It says that the main character, Deidre, who's known as Foxtrot, is an administrative assistant to an ultra-rich employer with Tango, her telepathic cat, and Tiny, her shape-shifting dog. Meet Deidre Foxtrot, trusted employer of eccentric zillionairess Zelda. Foxtrot manages a mansion, a private zoo, and anything else that strikes her boss's fancy. Her job title is administrative assistant, but chaos handler would be more accurate. Especially after she glimpses a giant ghost beast in Zelda's pet cemetery. For some strange reason, Foxtrot is seeing animal spirits, and ready or not, in this mystery from Dixie Lyle, the fur is about to hit the fan. Oh my gosh. There are 5 books in that series. That maybe sounds like a little too much for me as far as the paranormal, the shape-shifting and all that. But if you're into that, it sounds like it would be great. The next series is one that's been on my TBR for a long time too, and I've heard people in the Discord talking about it and they like it. It is The Haunted Yarn Shop. This is by Molly McRae. The first book is called Last Will and Testament right here. So the main character is Kath, and she is a wool shop owner and ghost in Tennessee. Wait, is Kath the ghost? We will see. Let's read this. It says, The Last Will and Testament. That's the name of the spunky group of fiber and needlework artists founded by Ivy McClellan, Kath's beloved grandmother. Though Ivy has recently passed on, the members still meet regularly at her fiber and fabric shop, the Weaver's Cat, cute, which Kath has now inherited. But that's only the first in the series of surprises when Cass returned to the small town of Blue Plum, Tennessee, to settle her grandmother's affairs. There's been a murder, and it turns out her grandmother was the prime suspect. Before she can begin to clear Ivy's name, Kath encounters a looming presence in the form of a gloomy ghost. It turns out the specter has just as much interest in solving the murder as Kath. So with a little help from the members of TGIF and a stubborn spirit from beyond, she sets out to unravel the clues and hook the real killer. 6 books in that series. Oh my gosh. That sounds like so much fun. So she's not a ghost. She sees a ghost. The way it's written, I was like, wait, is she a ghost? Okay. Interesting. All right, so moving forward, I'm not going to read the whole synopsis just for time reasons. I'm going to give you a little snippet. So next up, we have the Lee Fontana Mystery Series. This is by Shirley Razoo Murphy. The first book is called The Cat, the Devil, and Lee Fontana. There are 2 books. Oh, sorry. It'll be right here. There are 2 books in that series. The main character is Lee Fontana, and they are a parolee, and they have a ghost prison cat. This takes place in California. I'm really intrigued by this. The only thing that I'm hesitant about is the devil in the title. I'm like, ooh, and maybe it's just, part of the title, and I get that, but I don't mess with books like that. Let me know if you've read it and if it has a the devil as a character. Thank you. So next up, this is one I'd never heard of, and I am so excited about it. I've never heard of a cozy that's like this. It's just super intriguing. It is called The Portrait of a Crime Mystery Series. This is by Sharon Pape. The first book is called Sketch Me If You Can. It's right here. The main character is Rory. They are a police sketch artist and the inheritor of their uncle's Victorian house, and Zeke, an 1870s federal marshal ghost. 4 books. I can't wait to read number 1. That sounds like something I will love. At the Killing Time with Cozies Discord, enjoy. It is the Family Skeleton series. This is by Lee Perry. The main character is Georgia. They are an English professor, and this features Sid, who is a ghost. The first book is called Skeleton in the Family, right here. It's got a cute cover. There are 6 books in that series, and like I said, I've heard some really good things about it. Next up, we have 2 series by Rose Pressey. The first one is the Haunted Vintage Mystery Series. The first book in that series is If You Got It, Haunt It. There are 7 books in this series. It says our main character is Cookie Chanel. That's adorable. She is the owner of a vintage clothing store. It's vintage, y'all. In Sugar Creek, Georgia. Oh my gosh, the name of their store is so cute. The name of the town is so cute. I'm going to have to check that one out. That sounds adorable. The second series, that's like I said, that's also by Rose Pressey, is the Haunted Craft Fair mystery series. Book 1 is called Murder Can Mess Up Your Masterpiece, and there are 4 books in that series. Next up is the Ghost Dusters mystery series. This is by Wendy Roberts. The first book is called The Remains of the Dead. It is right here. The main character is Sadie. They are an ex-teacher, and they are now a death scene cleaning company. Owns or works for, not sure. This takes place in Seattle. 5 books in that series. I don't know about that one. That might be a little, I know it's a cozy, but I don't know how that can't be like gory of some kind, and I don't do gory. Let me know if you read it and what you think. Or if that's something you're into, like CSI or something like that, you'll love that. Next up, we have the Thistle and Twig mystery series. This is by Mary Sums. The main characters are Jane Thistle, who's a British widow, and Phoebe Twig, who's a Southern widow. They are best friends, both in their 60s, and this takes place in Alabama. The first book is called Thistle and Twig right here. There are 2 books in that series, and y'all know I love the older sleuths, so that sounds really, really fun. Next up, we have a series I've read at least one, and I read the first one, I know for sure, but I might have read a couple others, really enjoyed it, so I need to get back to it. It is the Country Cooking School mystery series. This is by Paige Shelton. The first book is called If Fried Chicken Could Fly, which is amazing. There are 5 books in that series. I really thought it was a lot of fun. That it's a grandmother. Oh, it would be good because it's a grandma and granddaughter. So if you're looking for a loving grandparent for the Wonkathon theme, and you can fit this in October, it will work. The first book, If Fried Chicken Could Fly. There you go. Next up, we have the Sadie Wit mystery series. This is by Beth Salim. The first book is called At Wit's End, which is cute because the main character's named Sadie Wit. She is the owner of a resort, and Jane, Sadie's twin, Bella, who's Sadie's dog, and has the ability to see ghosts. So the dog has the ability to see ghosts, or she does. Not really sure. There are 2 books in that series. It sounds like a lot of fun. And owner of a resort, it sounds like a really cool location. The next series is the Beaufort and Company mystery series. The first book is called Defending Angels right here. This is by Mary Stanton. The main character is Bree, and they are a lawyer in Georgia. 5 books in that series. I don't know where the ghost comes in, but there's definitely one there. So the next series has been on my TBR forever. Yes, I need to live like 5 lifetimes to be able to read all the books on my TBR, but you know what? So far, so good. This one is the Scott Shop Mystery Series. It sounds like so much fun. The author is Fran Stewart. The first book is called A Wee Murder in My Shop, right here. And the covers are amazing on these. The main character is Peggy Wynn. I don't know if they own or work at a Scottish store specializing in Scottish items. And the store has a 14th century Scottish specter. This takes place in Vermont. 3 books in that series. I think from what I've heard about it, she goes to Scotland on a trip to like bring back stuff for the store, and the Scottish specter returns with her, or she brings back like a scarf or something that brings the Scottish specter with her. I don't know for sure, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I think that's how it goes. It sounds like so much fun. That is the last Ghost Cozy Mystery series. I did not look at any more of the independent Ghost Cozies because I didn't know where I stopped, and it's just been so crazy. I didn't have time to do that separate research. So if I have time and we're still in the month of October or early November, I'll probably still do a separate Ghost independent spotlight. All right. Until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.